What's unique about this time period, though, is that in the context of 1880s England, sexually transmitted diseases were a hot button political issue. Let me break this down for you. In the 1860s, a series of laws had been passed to control the bodies of sex workers. This was based on the very misogynistic belief that sex workers alone were the reason syphilis was spreading around Britain particularly. And so they made a series of laws that, among other things, meant any woman that was suspected of being a sex worker could be forcibly detained without a warrant. She could be forced to undergo speculum examination of her genitals without a warrant. And then if the examiner thought she had signs of syphilis, which, spoiler alert, they were not good at diagnosing well. So you could have normal female discharge or something, and they might say, that looks like syphilis. We're not sure. It's a uterus. We don't know. So these women then could be locked up in a hospital, but it's really a jail for up to 6 months. So this is the 1860s. You remember the Whitechapel murders happened in the 1880s. Well, right around the 1880s, these laws were repealed. Many, many people were angry that they had ever existed and had been protesting against them. But remember that these laws came out of a very myopic view that only sex workers, not their male customers, spread syphilis. This was something that allowed men to put all that blame for what they were doing on these sex workers that they were the customers of. Don't you think that that probably left some men pretty angry, especially maybe men who might have had syphilis and were blaming these people? They were taught to blame, encouraged to blame these people, and all of a sudden in their mind, sex workers are getting off scot-free. So, in my opinion, this is what I think the motive for the killing was. I can do, if there's interest, another video on who exactly I think did it. But for this video, the point of this is that this also allowed the middle and elites that were the ones reading the news, they were the ones reading this, arguably one of the first newspaper lifetime true crime. It's not the first example of true crime ever, but probably the first one that was being reported as it happened that became this wide of a sensation. It allowed the elite and middle classes to not really care that much, to treat this again as entertainment, where it was okay to look at pictures of these murdered, slain bodies that would otherwise have been considered very not proper to